So today is the big day when I find out whether or not I get to see my kids at Christmas time. I sent their mother, but I hate to use that word. I mean, you know, a mother is somebody who cares and nurtures for their children, not somebody who intentionally keeps the other parent away from their children and dumps them off at the YMCA in the ghetto and feeds them GMO garbage and vaccinates them with, you know, aluminum and formaldehyde and glyphosate and everything else that's in vaccines. So, yeah, I hesitate to use the word mother, but today is the day that I get an email from that particular loathsome individual, and that email will tell me whether or not I get to see them at Christmas time, which is in the judgment, which is a court order that I get to see them at Christmas time. And but she's trying to use some kind of technicality, like I didn't send an itinerary soon enough or something, which honestly, if you read the paperwork, it looks like the itinerary is supposed to be for, like, you know, if you're going to Europe or, you know, flying airplanes or something, not, you know, driving 45 minutes away to go to grandma's house. You know, you really need an itinerary for that. And so yeah, and she kept asking me for the address over and over again. I'm like, you've been there, you know. I mean, I gave her the address, but she's been there before. Like, she could probably actually drive to the location, you know. Oh, maybe not. I don't know. She drinks a lot, so maybe she doesn't remember where it is. But, you know, whatever. I gave her the address. I gave her the itinerary. I already spent money on most of it. Hotel reservations, etc. So, and we find out in sometime today, she's supposed to talk to a lawyer and then email me and let me know if I get to have the kids for Christmas break, which is in the court order, that's supposed to be the case. So, sorry, it's kind of early. I haven't had my coffee yet. And I took my car to the dealership to get worked on, and I left my hairbrush in my car, and I'm in a loaner right now. It's kind of a cool car. It's all right. It's a Lexus. It's but you know, it's kind of a cheesy Lexus. It's funny, when you go to the dealership, I would assume that they would give you an upgrade car so that you'd be tempted to buy the new upgrade car. But I guess they see me coming in with my old janky Lexus and my tank top, and they think, this guy, he's never going to buy the deluxe Lexus. So they try to give me some kind of ghetto one. And it's like, you know, there's no way I'm going to be tempted to buy a car that's inferior to the car I already own. I mean, not even close. I mean, this car is not that great. It's not a hybrid. It's smaller. I don't even have room in here. I can't even scoot myself all the way back. Which is funny, because there's plenty of room between me and the back seat. So if the seat just slid back a little farther, actually, this would probably be a comfortable, all right ride. But as it is, I'm kind of up against the steering wheel. Yeah, so, so today's the day when, the demon, speaks to a lawyer and determines whether she has enough wiggle room to keep the kids from me for another 5 days, on top of the 177 days she will have kept them from seeing their father. 177 days with 0 visitation. You know? And, you know, I have 0 criminal record, 0 history of drug or alcohol abuse. I mean, I don't know. I probably drank too much when I was in college. Who didn't do that, right? But, that was a long time ago. You know, I haven't drank anything, really, you know, glass of wine here and there in the last 10 years, so. So, I mean, you know, what's the justification for keeping me out of the kids' lives for 177 days? Is there, I mean, you know, there can't be any justification for that. There can't be any possible excuse. So, I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of ludicrous story she comes up with to use as an excuse to tell the judge when we go talk to a judge. which is going to happen. We are going to talk to a judge. She can duck me for as long as she wants. She can try not to give me the address. She can do all these kind of things as long as she wants. But eventually, we're going to get in front of the judge. And when we do, the judge is going to say, so you kept the kids from their father for 177 days. For what reason exactly? And she's going to lie through her teeth. I don't know what she's going to come up with. She's going to say I'm violent or I'm addicted to drugs. I really have no idea what she's going to come up with. But there's no truth to any of it, because there's absolutely no excuse for keeping me away from my kids. None. I have no criminal record, no mental health history record of any kind of problems, no drug or alcohol abuse history of any kind, you know, unlike her, by the way. Obviously, I mean, what kind of psychopath keeps their kids away from the other parent for 177 days with no valid reason? I mean, that's just nuts. And then, side note, goes through a whole litany of guys in front of the kids, which is absolutely horrible. If you read any of the psychology about, like, how you're supposed to go about dating after a divorce, like, you're not supposed to go from guy to guy to guy in front of the kids and then insta-marry the third one or fourth one or whatever number the guy is. And then, like, make the kids within, like, 3 months call him dad. Meanwhile, you're keeping the kid's real dad from getting to see them at all the entire time. I mean, that's nuts. She's nuts. She has mental health issues, clearly. And I'm just... I really hope I get to see my kids for this break. December 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, and 26th. I really hope so, because it's in the court ruling, and it's been 177 days since I've seen them. And I just feel so bad for them. I feel so bad for my kids. I mean, they went from living in, you know, on a farm with raspberry bushes and strawberries and fruit trees and fresh heirloom eggs and, you know, giant 5-acre lawn to run everywhere on. And, I mean, in one of the most beautiful places in the world, to living in a ghetto apartment with some totally questionable Navy guy. I mean, if he's allowing all this to occur, you know, it's on him too, you know. Obviously, he's got mental health issues too. And from the backstory I've heard on this guy through the grapevine, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if he's got mental health issues too. And my kids are living with him, you know. And he's also encouraging the demon not to let the kids see their dad. So that doesn't speak very well of him either. So, yeah. To go from living where they used to live to living how they're living now is just... I mean, what kind of emotional trauma is that going to put, you know, on them? Probably their whole lives. And that's a done deal. I mean, you know, even if we go in front of the judge and he flips custody 100%, or she flips custody 100%, and I'm able to, you know, provide a better life, you know, out of the ghetto in a nicer home with, you know, and again, getting fruit trees and heirloom chickens and all, you know, putting all that back together for them, you know, they'll still have gone through this trauma, because of their mom. And it's just sad. It's just sad. I mean, there's no way to make it unsad for my poor, beautiful angel kiddos who just didn't deserve any of this. None of it. And I would have never have done this to them. I mean, if the judge in Oregon who was flirting with my ex during the trial, by the way, if we would have had a different judge who was more reasonable and I would have ended up with custody, you know, I would have made damn sure that she was video chatting with them every day, all day. I mean, I had the Amazon instant video chat thing there at the courthouse ready to give to her, so that when I got custody, she could just see the kids anytime she wanted. Just pipe herself right into their room via video anytime she wanted. And, like, now that she's got the kids, I'm restricted to video chatting with them 3 times a week, and during those 3 times, she discourages that chat the entire time in every way she can. She sets it up so that it's like dinner's ready like 5 minutes after. So it's like, oh, talk to your dad for 5 minutes. Oh, dinner's ready. Gotta go. Or, you know, Oh, video call with your dad. Oh, we're going to make cookies over here. You want to make cookies? You want to talk video chat with your dad? You know, there's anything she can do to limit their exposure to me. And I was just completely the opposite when I had the kids. I was like, no, you're going to video chat with your mom for at least 15 minutes. Where it's going to be in a quiet room with the door shut, no noise, no background music, no anything. And, you know. But she got custody. She was flirting with the judge during the trial. And he gave her everything, including custody of my 2 angel kiddos who just didn't deserve any of this. None of it. And I'm making these videos because, you know, when they're older and they want to look back and see what happened, there's going to be a record. Here's the record right here. You know? It's going to be, the record's going to be on YouTube forever. So whenever it's 18, when Grace is 18, and they want to look back and see what happened at this time, they'll have straight from the horse's mouth exactly what happened. And I'm sure their mom will have her story, but she's a liar, you know? She lied through her teeth during the entire trial, you know, about everything. I told the truth, 100% the truth. I didn't fabricate, exaggerate, nothing. And the judge just didn't believe me, and he believed her completely. So here we are. But the kids will know. I mean, they're living with her now. They're living with her lies and dishonesty now. So it's not like they're not going to know. And, you know, they probably know now. You know, they know now. I mean, they're only 4 and 5, and they probably know now. You know, I mean, they lived with me for the first 3.5 and 4.5 years of their lives, or 5.5 years of their lives. So it's not like, you know, it's not like they're not going to remember, oh yeah, Dad was always like real level-headed, took us hiking, always fed us like, you know, healthy meals. He cooked himself, and fresh organic smoothies, and was always reading to us and spending time with us and playing memory with us and teaching us how to play chess and all this, you know. I mean, Dad was doing all this stuff, you know. Mom was getting wasted on the couch, you know. Like it's not like they're not going to remember that. They're going to remember that. They're old enough to remember. So they're going to know that all this is true. You know, it's not like she's going to like stop getting wasted. She's probably still getting wasted. I have no idea. And frankly, I don't care, except for the fact that she's with my kids. And I have no control over the situation. And a stranger. You know, some random Navy guy who's obviously a sleazebag, trying to like swoop in and like be somebody's dad, like without even talking to their actual dad, like without even getting any kind of information at all. This guy is just trash. I'm sorry, Justin, but you are trash, dude. Like, for you to like just whatever you're doing with my ex and my 2 kids, whatever you think you got going on, it makes you a bad person. You should not be inserting yourself into that situation without coming at it with any kind of information at all. And I'm sorry, like, but if you believe anything that my ex has told you, she's a liar. She's lied about everything. I guarantee she's lied to you about everything. And I guarantee eventually she's going to cheat on you. Just like she cheated on me. Just like she cheated on the guy before me. Just like she cheated on the guy before you. Probably with you. Well, Everett and Grace, whatever age you end up watching these, not soon. I would never show these videos to the kids at this age. But, you know, when they're 11, 12, 13, they start asking questions. Here's the videos. Watch them. And Everett and Grace, when you watch these videos, just know I love you very much, and I'm very sorry. I would have much rather kept you in the Garden of Eden that we had built in Oregon than putting you in the ghetto apartment in Vista, dropping you off at the YMCA, feeding you GMO garbage, and vaccinating you with all kinds of toxic chemicals. It's like the complete opposite of what a caring, loving parent should be doing. And you guys are smart, so you'll know that. And I hope you'll find a way to forgive your mom, honestly. I genuinely hope you do find a way to forgive your mom, because I never will. These 171 days that she's kept your father from you, I will never forgive her for that. Ever. Ever. I love you two very much, and you deserve better, and I'm sorry.